Harrison from the Better Business Bureau. So first, let's talk about this alert that you guys sent out.
It was a little bit over a week ago that we issued an alert, and it was about a company called Safe Delivery LLC. It's a work-from-home package reshipping business that claims that they have an office in Creve Coeur, Missouri. And so we initially received an inquiry about this company back in December, but it wasn't until February of this year that we received a complaint from an individual that had been hired by this particular company. And she was told that she would be paid $2,500 for the month, but as of today, she hasn't been paid for it. So that was the complaint that she'd initially filed with us. So basically what she was hired for was to receive packages at her home. She was instructed to open them, inspect the contents for any damages. So we're talking about electronic equipment of some sort. And then she was instructed to reship those to various addresses, not only here in the United States, but in Russia as well. And just yesterday, we received an additional complaint similar in nature. So we reached out to the company and were unable to get in touch with them, and since their website has been taken down. So in this particular...
So the website was taken down?
It was. And so in this particular situation, you've got individuals that think they're working for a legitimate company.
When the website's not even up.
Yeah, in reality, they're not.
So you kind of explained this, but what exactly is a home reshipping, and how does that scam work?
Well, okay, in a situation like that, what's happening is people are looking for these particular jobs, either in the newspaper, on job posting boards. They can find them through emails. And so when they are applying for these particular jobs, they are asked to provide not only personal information, but social security numbers, birth dates, bank account information. They're told that they want that to set up direct deposit.
So bank account information is the red flag there.
Which you should never give out, of course. So what happens then is that the individuals that are hired get those packages sent to their home with instructions on how to repackage those and reship those to addresses. So we're talking electronic equipment, cameras, cell phones, computers. And so that those materials that were purchased online using fake credit cards, stolen credit card information. So you're the middleman. You take that, you take those items, and then you reship them directly to the criminals. So you could potentially face...
I was going to say, could they face...
criminal charges as well, which is very unfortunate in that type of situation. So in this particular type of situation, if you get paid, most likely it's going to be a fake check. But what's really, really bad about this, they have your information, so they could potentially open up lines of credit. They could go and purchase those items. They can reship those to other people that have applied for this job, so it's a vicious cycle.
That is a scary scam.
Yeah, that's hard to break.
So what are signs of job scams?
Well, one is that you should never have to pay for a job. An example of that is if a company asks you to pay for a drug screen, background check, materials to actually do the job. You should never have to do that. So that's a scam to look out for. And
then how about when you were talking about this, when they ask for personal information during the interview, before the interview?
Yeah, if a job is contingent on you providing a social security number, a birth date, bank account information, you want to steer clear of that. You should never have to give that information out until you're hired by a company.
How about if you get a job offer without even having to do an interview?
Yeah, that's a funny one and pretty straightforward. So if a company does not do an interview face-to-face or at least over the phone, stay away from it. It's a scam.
Okay, and then paid in advance.
Okay, that's a classic fake check scam, which we've talked about in the past. Excuse me. So basically what happens is you receive a check. They ask you to go ahead and deposit it into your account, send some of that money back to the employer, and then they tell you the rest is yours to spend, or that's your salary. That check is fake, though, and so it takes a couple weeks to find out, but by the time you do, it could be too late because it's a fake check and it'll bounce.
Okay, well, thank you, Mike. And if you have any questions or want more information about job scams, you can always go to the Better Business